right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you need to do is you need to log into Canvas. When you are on the left-hand side on your dashboard of Canvas, you're going to want to scroll down and click this splat button that says Mastery. If you do not have this, I need you to do one of two things for me. I need you to look in your email and search Mastery Connect, or not or, you might want to also look in your junk email. And if you still cannot find the Mastery Connect email requiring you to sign into your account, you need to email me ASAP because the only way we can do anything is through this Mastery Connect button. So once you log onto Canvas and you go to your left-hand side dashboard, you click Mastery, this homepage pops up, really sweet homepage that looks like Facebook, but it's not nearly as cool as Facebook because you don't have any family and friends info here, nor pictures unless you put your own one up, but that's the only one they're going to show you. So the next thing that you need to do at the top, you need to select Maps. Under Maps here, you're going to have a couple options over under the Curriculum Map tab. You are going to click Shared with Me. Once you have done that and the page is loaded, you're going to need to find your subject and grade level. So 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, are you doing ELA or math? This is what you are looking for. Once you find your grade level, go ahead and click Create Tracker from Map. You are going to need to create a tracker for each section that you have. Once you've selected Create Tracker, you are going to label this. This is pretty important that you label it this way. They just found out it wasn't pulling if you don't do this. So you are going to label it with your course number, your last name, and the period that you are teaching it. Okay, so if you are math, it is MTH. If it is language arts, it is LA. You then put your grade level, a 1, and then it is a dash, and the number after your dash, you can find it on your roster, your course number. If you aren't sure, I'm linking a spreadsheet that has them all in there as well. But LA701, let's say my section number is 56, and then I need to type in my last name and what block this is for. If you feel like this page is too boring for you, you can edit the color of your folder here. Doesn't really mean anything except to make it prettier. Cool, I made it red. And then under Add Students, you are going to click the drop down and you will have the option that says Import Students from SIS. Then you are going to select the class after you click Import from SIS dropdown, and then once you have clicked SIS and the class that you want, you're going to select Create Tracker. You will need to do these 7 steps for every section you have. So if you have 2 math and 2 literacy, you need to create 2 math and 2 literacy trackers. If you have 4 math, you need to create 4 math and so on. If for some reason you don't import students right away, you can search students. You can search students here. You can import the students, add from SIS. This is our Infinite Campus. Those are the 2 ways to add students if you don't do it initially when you are creating your tracker. So like I said, 1 for each section that you have. You will then need to go into your Canvas courses. So you'll go back over to the left-hand side, you'll find courses, and you'll click on the one that you want. I'm going to put this in my test course down here. And don't pay attention to any of this. It has like 4 different subjects in it. You are going to click on modules on the left-hand side. After you click on modules, you will want to go to the top right-hand corner and click Add Module. This is just going to keep everything organized. If you don't care and students just go to assignments, that's fine. You can add it straight from assignments. If you like things neat and tidy and in folders, this is going to be the easiest way to locate them all. You click Add Module, and when my computer doesn't want to work so slowly, it will pull up a new area for me to select modules from. It's still thinking. All right, we are going to add a new module here, and you can label this module in a very creative name, District Interim Assessments. And you might want to spell things correctly. You are going to click Add Module. Once you have done that, you're going to need to scroll down to find the module at the bottom of your page. I already created this one, you can ignore it. This is the one we're going to want to look at. This is the one down here that I just created. From here, you are going to want to do two things. One, you're going to want to click on the plus button, and you are going to add a new assignment. Add assignment to District Interim Assessments. I don't need to indent. Assignment name. This is where you don't have to be all specific about it. If you want to say 7th grade ELA fall benchmark, it's going to be important that you include fall, winter, spring, whichever month we're in for the benchmark, so that we know which one we're going to be looking at and pulling data from. I'm going to suggest that you click the Publish button here now, that way you don't forget. If you click it on the module, everything within the module then becomes published and students are able to see it. All right, now that you've created an assignment, we need to link the tracker you just created to the assignment. So you're going to click on the name, and you're going to go up and click Edit. You are going to make this benchmark worth 20 points. The assignment group just stays the same. You are going to change display grades to percentage. And for here, under the submission type, you are going to click on the drop down and select Mastery Connect. This is important because the test has to come through Mastery Connect. They're linked with ELN-IM curriculum as well as Canvas. So you're going to click Link Assessment. Mine takes a little bit to load. You see this nice white pop-up happen, and then you get the loading spinning wheel eventually. Once you do that, you're going to select the tracker that you want. This is the one that has my my section name in it, so I'm going to make sure that the section name on the tracker and the section name in the Canvas course match so that I know I'm choosing the right one. You're going to have to hit select 2 or 3 times, and then you will click link. Once you do that, it is not unlimited, so you will need to change this. You can change it to 3. It is not unlimited though, like MAP used to be. This is a change from the initial instructions that said to list it as 1. And then you're going to assign it to everybody. If your Canvas courses are linked, you're going to want to make sure that you push it out to the different sections that you have if you have a combined class. The due date is for when you want students to take the assessment. You can close it out and reopen it and push it out to just students. So if I had all students take it on November 16th and I need 4 more kids to take it on the 18th, I can assign this to just specific students. Okay, so otherwise the district due date is going to be 12/2/2020, and I am then going to click Save. If you have the option to save and publish, that means that you haven't published the module yet and you will need to save and publish. You will also want to go back out to module and make sure that you have the green check mark in the top right hand corner for district interim assessments instead of the gray no symbol. And that's it. That's how you get it to Canvas. I'm going to be sending out directions on how to push the test out from Canvas on the day of the test, and then how to also access the text-to-speech and the color scheme, font size, or zoom. So if you have students that have those accommodations, you can do that. Your SPED teachers would know better than anybody else, so please ask them if you need help. And then there's also some troubleshooting. If you have any questions throughout this process, please let me know and I am more than happy to help.